Alright, welcome to Nomad Build video number 10. It's the 30th of April 2020. I'll be going through my checklist, adding fuel, fluids, rear end, water, and cranking my Nomad up for the first time today in about 2.5 years with a new LS3 motor. I'm going to go for the coolant now. Running down my checklist right now. Got my green marker today. So fuel, gas, number 5 and number 6. I'll show you that in a second, but cranked it up this morning. Not physically cranked it up, but I cut the ignition on to make sure that my fuel pressure was good. And this Corvette regulator, which is a standard that everybody should be using on these LS motors if you want to go stock, I had a nasty leak right here and all this stuff piled in right down here. So I went ahead and got my wrenches. I was going to make a new fitting. And turns out that was the last line that I didn't connect, so I like it when things like that happen. Spill all over the place. That's like how I got the fan running right now, get the gas smell out of here. Good news story, tighten up. And then now, if I come over here and turn my ignition on, and by the way, the mill light, you see that pop on the way in the back there? And I've also got solid fuel pressure from my in-tank pump right now. There you go. So that's off the checklist right now. Oh, shit. Surprise, I've already got it in here. I didn't think that was already in there, so alright, check that one off. My bad. Got royal purple already in there. Alright, so that was the last part of it. We are ready to crank old girl up. Alright, the last little piece, you just saw that a couple seconds ago, rear end fluid. Royal purple came out the rear end, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 means I am ready to try to crank this thing up the first time. Alright, the 30th of April 2020. This is part number 10. Didn't think I was going to get here this fast, but I'm cranking up the Nomad in a couple of minutes. Now I know there's a lot of folks out there who first try and then, you know what, this is actually my first crank up after about 2.5 years. So I've got my temperature sensor gun here just to prove it. We've got 60 degrees, so the motor is cold, and that's about 16 Celsius. And I'll show you what I got set up in here. This is the dongle. The dongle is communicating with the OBT2 Links tool. So I got my temperature and everything set up right here so I can monitor it. If you look way down there, I've got my mill light. See the little red dot back there? That's actually hooked up. And I'm going to let this video run the whole time. And I'm going to show you. And I'm going to clamp this up here. And so, nervous right now. because this is actually the first crank up. I had a big fuel spill earlier when I checked the fuel pressure. I'm at about 65 psi right here according to this gauge. Fortunately, the fuel line was just one fitting that I didn't connect up tight. And wish me luck on this one. Here we go. I've gone through my list, so I think it should be good to go. And again, no BS. This is actually the first time I'm cranking this thing up. So if it doesn't go straight, it's going to be a sad day, or I'm going to be jumping up and down because a big part of this thing is actually about a year of work right now put together. Engine is in, the rear end, all the modifications of the firewall, all the mods to it. But this is video number 10, so here we go. So, it's actually running. Sounds like I got one little miss someplace. So I'll run my infrared sensor temperature gun on there and find out which one is not hitting right now. But it might just be something's not connected in tight. But good to go. Pressure is good. Go. Alright, I'm going to cut it off now and check all my fluids again and be back in a second. So, that might be a little bit normal, a little bit of smoke coming off of the engine. I got no fuel leaks. Everything is clear down here. Exhaust coming out the side here. And the radio is actually on, so let me cut this off. Temperature is already at 120 and climbing. It just jumped up again. And the RPM gauge is running, I don't know, a little bit low, but I'll figure it out. Everything's okay right now. Battery voltage is charging, so that's good. All right. So it's running. Like I said, I'm gonna check fluids right now. Take care, bye-bye. So here we go. This is about 10 minutes later, and the miss on the other side, I think I found it. I can't guarantee it, but I checked all these boots to make sure they were in tight and everything. Everything's nice and hot. But I actually pushed down here, went click, that one went click, that one click. So these weren't seated, these last three weren't seated, and I believe it was coming from the side, the miss. Oh, and one more damn thing. This right here, the map sensor, also wasn't pushed all the way in. So little small F-ups like that happen. And again, I don't know whether that was it or not, but I did have a miss on it. It did run and crank up, so let me try this again. This is live, no BS. So second attempt, and here we go. Everything good to go? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, there, the miss is gone. idling just a tick high, which is normal. And the reason it idles just a little bit high, let me cut this off again, this cuts on automatically, is because it's still cold right now. So it's just like a cold choke valve or the choke setting. Fuel pressure is really good. Again, no leaks. And it's starting to settle down again like it used to when it was in a Plymouth 2 years ago. So, yep, running smooth right now. And if you can hear that, this is exactly what I wanted. This thing is really, really quiet. And the reason I like it to be quiet, because I'm gonna put the electric cutouts on, and then I can cruise down the road nice and quiet. Exhaust system is good, doesn't look like any leaks. Most of these puppies are pumping out on both sides. Again, I'm gonna shoot those out the side. So, no fuel leaks. And then what is this right here? Okay, this is just condensation. Yep, water. So good to go. So officially, the 30th of April 2020 is a good day. This is part number 10 from the Nomad Build. No leaks. I already checked this fluid. And then as soon as this gets a little bit warm down in here, I can feel it. It's still super cold. That means the thermostat hasn't opened up. And this is cold, and this is cold, and as soon as that happens, I'll open that up. So I'm gonna pop it once or twice, not hard. Oh yeah. Go back here. There's no leaks of gas. That is exhaust water dripping out right there. Tighten those band clamps up. And then looking in here to make sure I don't have any leaks up in here. Nope. And that is the electric in-tank fuel pump you guys hear right there. All right. So, the new name my wife has for me is Fuzzy Bear. This is my little fuzzy look. I do actually have hair on the side of my head. Take care. Bye-bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Die Kiste läuft. Take care. Bye-bye. One bit of bad news, I have a bird inside of my engine compartment, so I'm going to get rid of the bird now. There we go.